Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Drums, please!
Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
This ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
You bag of donkey dicks. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was offensive. I thought if you cussed. Oh, I'm sorry. The Rock, who is The Rock, can't cuss. But Maxwell Jacob Freeman can say a bag of donkey dicks and get this shit stain out of my ring, and that's acceptable. Oh, people, welcome to Unpopular Reviews, the Mike Knoxxx Show. And here on the Mike Knoxxx Show, where the thoughts and opinions belong to said individual, not represent everybody that's part of the network. Because remember, one thing, most importantly than anything, if this was Saturday, you would be part of this.
Welcome to the SmackDown Penitentiary.
That's the review show for them. But when you're tuned into the Mike Knoxxx Show,
you ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening.
all that goes together because, frankly, I don't give a damn what you guys think. And I'm just being honest, people. Like, I love professional wrestling. I think it's a great thing that we have so much to talk about. And I am, at least on this network, I am I'll put it that way, the biggest MJF fans there is. I think it's fair for me to say that. I mean, I have all of these things in here that I find very comical and entertaining.
I want you to fire me, you fucking Mark!
I mean, I'm here for it. I don't think even wrestling fans know when you're being biased. You damn sure know when you're being racist. You don't even have a clue. You have no idea. You can be racist and have zero idea you're being racist. But damn, when it comes to professional wrestling, you have no idea when you're being biased. Well, reality and perception. The great one said, "You're some bitch," and there was a big ass problem. But this man, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, can say all kind of shit, and it doesn't matter because let's just
I will. Because unlike Adam Cole and all those schmucks in the back, I don't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon.
I mean, damn, are we me making Vince McMahon jokes is like me still making fun of Ja Rule. It's kind of old by now, people. I'm just saying, like, oh shit, hey 50, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 cents? I mean, isn't it kind of old? I mean, I'm sorry, my bad. Continue.
To make MJF because MJF made MJF.
Good afternoon, DC. We had a plethora of pro wrestling this past weekend, and we did. We had a AEW pay-per-view last night. What's going on, Jeffrey? We had the King of the Ring and Queen review we did on Saturday. Thank you guys who tuned in. That Jeffrey was always there as always. But continue, MJF.
And you
stupid mask.
Masks are adorned by cowards who want to
Wasn't that
hide.
him at one point wearing the mask?
See, I'm about done hiding.
He did wear that mask,
I'm
right?
about done being humble. I'm about done apologizing for the fact that I'm the goddamn best.
But didn't he introduce us to the devil mask? I mean, first of all, let me stop. Please like, follow, and subscribe to the program. And I want to thank all the people that hold me down and, put the stuff like that. Welcome to the Mike Knoxxx Show. I can't do that because, I'm old. And I get all discombobulated, mama. So shout out to my man holding me down backstage. The Z is never silent. The Dice Man holding me down. Vaughn, Victorious One's podcast, out enjoying his Memorial Day. And thank you for joining me here on this Memorial Day. What's going on, official camera woman? Thank you. She joined me on Saturday's King and the Queen of the Ring show. And for everybody what's going on, Elvis, who lost somebody during this time, we remember them on this day. I had my barbecue. We went to the pool early today. Jeffrey, I am exhausted. Then we just watched. All right, I'm gonna be careful when I say this. Do you guys like the movie Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? That classic movie where BET remade it. Okay. BET Plus. Only place you can find it. Okay. And I just watched it before I came on air. Because the fact it does what to me most remakes should do, and that's pay homage to the original, I give it about a B-. But it was pretty bad. Outside that. But we're here to talk professional wrestling. MJF, continue with your soliloquy.
No one is more complete in this sport than me. It is not my fault, ladies and gentlemen, that all your cute little faves in comparison to moi suck a big old bag of donkey dicks.
Oh my God, can you say dog? Stop. Go.
To quote one of the all-time greats, may he rest in peace, cameraman. Zoom.
Get him, Maxie. Oh God, AEW fans lost their shit right here, Dice. Oh my God, he got it tatted. Hell, I got the best of it, the best of us ever well tattooed on my arm. I guess I'm a psycho too. MJF.
MJF in AEW, you can call me the Wolf of Wrestling.
Ooh. Why? Tell him why.
Because I'm not fucking leaving.
Woo! Spit on his mouth. Everybody went all crazy for MJF. Oh my God, it was like, did y'all see this? Listen, I gotta calm it down. It's like when Grandma said I'm hitting hot flashes. I'm getting hot flashes from last night's show, y'all. First of all, Tony Khan, I really do fuck with you. I can't even lie to you. But your fucking show went off at fucking 12:30 at night. What the hell? 12:30 in the morning. Damn, brother. Some people did have to get up this morning to go to work. That's all I'm saying. But let's talk about today's show. Today, guys, we'll be joined by the AEWQ whenever the fuck they get here. Okay. Vinny LaSpaza, as well as Katie Z. He looked in phenomenal shape, very, very cut and defined. Pause. No Diddy. Well, when you look at scrawny ass Adam Cole, yeah, he kind of, anybody looks chiseled to him. MJF was needed back in AEW. I don't know about that one, Jeffrey. I'm an MJF fan. Okay, yeah, they needed him. I give you that. He was needed, but when I thought of him coming back, right? And shout out to him paying homage to Triple H, which let me, I'm gonna actually pause that for a second because I'm like, yo, he got a Triple H jacket. Then he took off his jacket and stuff, and it was two jackets. It was like a jacket and a vest, so it wasn't really the same. When you got millions of dollars, you're supposed to dress the part. That's all I'm saying. Okay? But damn, AEW fans, and I'm coming at you right now. Where is your pop at? Look, this wasn't Madison Square Garden pop for when Triple H came back. This wasn't Double or Nothing should have been too nice. Going off at 12:33 in the morning. Yes, Elvis, it should have. What Triple H doesn't have in 20,000 matches, which is why he was happy. I don't, camera woman, you are more than welcome because you're watching, to come on the show. If you're not doing anything, come on. And I mean, executive consultant. Well, he's not here. He can't defend himself. We just know he's an asshole. Okay, that's all we know. Okay, but so that's all we know. We know that executive consultant is an asshole. That's one thing we know for sure, is that he's an asshole.
Breaking news, this just in, shots have been fired. I will say anything to get listeners, because dirt sheets rule and so does Dave Meltzer. I'm shaking my dang head. OMG, Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Damn. Okay, breaking news. I mean, Dave Meltzer, we haven't done this in about 2 weeks, but we will never forget to say, fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Dave Meltzer, from the Dice Man.
There it is. Let's go ahead. I thought I saw Katie. She was on camera, but she was off camera. Still waiting on Vince Esposito. He should be here momentarily. But, I mean, just the excitement from this show, guys, I was so excited for AEW Double or Nothing last night. I wanted to go join the rest of the Unpopular Review crew, but my wife drugged me out 2 days in a row. I don't know if you guys are here in Florida, anything about Florida. It's been 105 degrees both fucking days. Mike Knoxxx, it was way better than the Well, I mean, don't talk about that man's outfit. He is not here to defend himself. It is not his fault. He dressed like, well, actually, it is his fault. But it's okay, Elvis. Leave the building. Okay, stop. You get me in trouble. Okay, I see Katie setting up backstage. I'm going to bring Katie on early because Vince is just being Vince and, and how I like to do things. Vince can just continue to be Vince because I want Vince to be Vince. And he's trying to make one of them dramatic entrances, but I'll just wait for Vince. But meanwhile, Cactus Katie is here from the AEW crew. Miss Cactus Katie, how you doing today?
I am good. How about you?
I'm tipsy.
Well, I was at the beach today, so that was good.
I can see the tan. I
know. I had to come home with something.
You can't go to Florida and not get a tan. I
Right?
mean, damn. All right. Well, don't go to Vegas because you syphilis. You can't take that shit. That shit don't go away. Herpes, it stays. So
We don't want it.
we don't want that. So people who go into Vegas, prepare yourself, okay, for next year at WrestleMania. Okay.
Well, that is where the AEW Double or Nothing was last night.
Yes, in Vegas. And guess what? I personally feel that I had plenty of herpes last night. That's just my opinion about this show last night. You can't get rid of that shit, okay? And I saw a lot of shit from out of last night. You know what? One of the biggest shits I seen last night. Can you check this out? Watch this. Hold on. First of all, you're like, come on, get you over. Look at it. Look. This nigga got a flamethrower. Watch him. Look at that. He set Dylan McKay's son on fire. Okay? Dylan McKay's not in hell. Okay? Rest in peace, Dylan McKay, a.k.a. you know who you are. Okay? Jack Perry's daddy. Okay?
We knew that flamethrower was going to come back out.
We did.
Yes.
We definitely did, Miss Katie. Before Vinny get here, let me just get through the preliminaries a little bit. Overall, I actually thought it was a good pay-per-view, the fact that it went off at 12:33 in the goddamn morning. Okay? What's your take? What do you think about the pay-per-view from last night?
I was with the guys watching it. Thank you, Dan, for hosting. It was a lovely time. And I ended up going home early.
You left the party too soon?
I did.
Oh, no.
I had to Uber home, which is fine. I survived. I got back. But I did watch recaps. So
recaps are always important, but Katie, I'm a little mad. Like, I'm here in my room, in my office. I'm sweating. The sun won't stop blazing on my face.
You got the sun here.
You get the sun blazing on you too. Meanwhile, this hold on. This flocker is in his damn pool drinking Coronas. I hope your beer's warm. Okay? I hope you're drinking hot piss beer.
Oh my.
Just like that. And you know what? She's going to join us today as well, Miss Sabrina Estella.
Down.
Is going to join the program. Always love to you as well. But Katie, you got to see the recap. I'm actually first, because you don't want over here lounging in the pool like it was such a great pay-per-view. Y'all the AEW people. What did you before we get into the pay-per-view? Just your thoughts about this pay-per-view.
I think it was a great pay-per-view. I think they orchestrated it very well. I think that there was pops, there was different things that you didn't expect, which I like. And it was good. And it didn't, there were some parts that went way longer than it should have.
It's
We'll
AEW.
get into that later.
Right.
But I think they worked somewhat on time.
Estella, your thoughts?
Well, let's see. Watching this pay-per-view reminded me why I stopped watching after the last time I reviewed an AEW pay-per-view, which is they take too damn long. But it was still entertaining. I mean, the only other thing is I wish they would stop charging like $50 on Bleacher Report just to watch one night. Get a streaming company to make it a little cheaper so that we can watch it when it's on and then watch it all year round. What's happening? It's a party. That's what's happening.
It's a party, EC. Okay, it's just what you don't understand.
We need to plan a watch party for some of us to get together and watch a pay-per-view. Party at Vinny's since we have the pool.
Yeah, so you got the pool. It's actually party on Vinny's. And just what happens during the Mike Knoxxx show, anything and everything can happen on the Mike Knoxxx show.
Anything and everything goes.
Including Vince over here with his damn floaties. Okay. Meanwhile, I gotta get in my car. Okay, brand new by the way, and then drive about a mile to my community pool. But either way, you can't get in here unless you haven't, a sticker. But okay, still he's showing
Drive
up.
about a mile.
About a mile. About a mile up the road.
He's too much.
I
can't.
Sum the whole show up when Justin Roberts says, "Welcome to the shit show."
That's our life, though. I mean,
That-
that's AEW.
All the time, and that's what we say about AEW review show. It's always a shit show, and I love that Justin Roberts acknowledges that their pay-per-views were it was a shit show.
Yep.
The fact that y'all get the ratings y'all get and you shit on the product is amazing to me. I just want you to understand that. Justin Roberts, he fits very well in AEW. Well, because right now he doesn't have a vagina, so there's no room for him in WWE. So he's in the right place where he belongs. So unless you got a vagina and you look sexy.
If you're not on NXT, then yes.
You know what? I apologize, Hella, because you cover our NXT show. So you know what, guys? Without further,
they recently did switch Alicia Taylor and Mike Rome. So now Mike Rome's back in NXT and Alicia Taylor's on SmackDown. So we got Black Girl Magic in our announcers.
Yeah.
Joking me? That's a horrible decision.
I agree. I agree with you, Venomous. I agree with you, Venomous. But look, just for you people, see, look, I got one AEW shirt. Shout out to my man DC, the collector in the chat, holding me down, who sent me my one and only AEW.
I mean, I'm not wearing it, but I picked the closest one I had to somebody that was on the card. So,
well, no. We're gonna take a break, and you're gonna switch shirts, Estella. Okay, you gotta wear the shirt. Go ahead, Katie. You finna say something?
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to look into some swag. I have no wrestling swag.
It's okay.
That's the good
holler
thing
at your
about
boy.
the internet. You can get it anywhere.
But holler at
I
your
got
boy.
some of these from eBay too.
I'm the best dressed motherfucker in unpopular review. Okay, so I'm gonna say to that. Okay, I shop so much I should speak Italian. That's not mine. That's Kanye West. It's the gospel Kanye West. Yes. Listen, nobody talking about your short ass. Okay, you get out of here. Okay. You go and you walk off backstage. They can't see you. You just take a stroll down Mike Knoxx's lane and go around the blocks. Now, let's get this over with, okay? Because, it's still the holiday, and I want to drink some more, like Vinny. Matter of fact, I'm having to drink on there. I'm having my wife bring me a shot, okay? Shot. It's shot o'clock somewhere. Okay, listen, this damn pay-per-view was in Vegas, and, yeah, that guy. I'm not fucking. I talked about this earlier, Vince. I'm going to let you guys talk about it as well. I love MJF. But I think the fan base is so unfair, right? And I'm saying this because I don't mind. I'm an adult, right? I listen to Pat McAfee's show. Pat McAfee's show says that's what adults do. They curse, right? So that happens.
Oh, but
my problem was that was obsessive. It was just F-bomb after S-bomb. I'm sorry. It was fucking shit and cock and sucks. It was everything that was there, but just a little bit over a month ago, oh my God, The Rock is cussing. We can't talk like this. But then MJF comes back and all these, I'm going to say it, nerds of AEW lose their shit, right? He gets a tattoo. Everybody lose their shit. Well, guess what? I got a fucking tattoo. That don't mean shit. Just because he had that tattoo does not mean when Triple H come calling with a 6-figure deal, his ass ain't going to go. Okay? This is called Sell Your Company 101, and he's selling the fuck out of it. Your takes, Vinny, on the return of Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Well, I do like the throwback to Triple H. That is a hemorrhage to him. I think that's great. I do agree. I do think it was a little long, but for what he said and what the promo was, I think he got his point across. Could he have done it a lot differently without cursing every other word and Tony Khan allowing it? Of course. But at the end of the day, the fans eat it up. They love when MJF just goes off the rail. And I'm so glad to see him back in his normal state as not a babyface but a heel. And I think that's what we've been missing for the longest time. And he hit all aspects of the spectrum with the promo. It could have been a lot shorter. They could have saved it. They could have saved it for a Dynamite and give him more time, because I think they took a lot of time out for this promo where they could have given some better timing for the matches. But I mean, this is AEW; they do that a lot. I think it was a great promo. A little too long, but I mean, he got his point across.
That one statement that Jeffrey put about the two different companies, one does allow it. Okay, both companies allow it. I've said this from the beginning. I'm gonna continue to say it forever as long as you listen to the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. When you are AJ Styles, when you're Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Cena, when you're The Rock, when you're Randy Orton, when you've paid your dues in that company, you can say what the fuck you want to say. Okay, and when you're trying to grab the brass ring, shit, can we still say that? Because I don't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon or a executive consultant. I made. Okay, to get yourself over, you can say what you want to say. I'm gonna start with you this time, Estella. Your take on MJF and his return, kicking Adam Cole in the Love Below. Okay, ain't like he's using it because we don't know where the hell DMD is at. Okay, your takes on MJF's return last night.
Well, it was very satisfying watching him kick Adam Cole and the Bays down there. But I expected it to happen once Adam Cole came back in. I was like, all right, when is MJF going to come in here and whoop this man's ass for turning on him, making it seem like he had all this trust, and then boom. Nope, no chance in hell. But it was fine. It did what it needed to do. I felt like they were trying to recreate the magic of the pipe bomb that he did, saying that he was going to leave, that he would have left, or that if he would have gotten a better deal if he were an ex-WWE star over there. But it did what it needed to do. Could they put it on Dynamite and given him more time? Yes, but it got some satisfaction. And I mean, AEW fans in the audience will eat anything up left and right. So if people there swear up a storm, they're gonna love it. If they insult Vince McMahon, they're gonna love it. You can feed them breadcrumbs and they will gobble it up like if it's the world's longest piece of sourdough bread or artisanal bread or anything worth eating up.
They would eat up donkey dicks, is what they would. It's basically what you're saying. I'm just being polite for you. They would eat donkey dicks. Cactus Katie, your thoughts on the return of the devil who said wearing a mask makes you a coward, but he introduced the mask. I'm just confused because I'm an MJF fan, but this promo was stupid. And I'm going to tell you all that in a second. Go ahead, Cactus.
It was stupid long. I felt like it took away from some of the other aspects of the show. So if they wanted to put it on Dynamite or something, we would have covered it then. But it is a big thing for him to come back. So was not surprised. I knew he was coming back tonight or last night. But they tried very hard. Props to Dan for mentioning this last night, the watch party.
What watch party? We wasn't invited. Was you invited, Estella? Actually,
no, you were.
Okay.
Yes, you were.
I pulled it back.
The only watch parties that we would have is if we were to go to Dave & Buster's to watch it for free and have to try to pay for expensive bar food that's not even good.
Yes. But so he mentioned that they tried to keep this so far under wraps that he flew into Phoenix to get there instead of Vegas, and I guess drove there. So no one saw him at the airport. So I was pretty like certain he was coming on. I said that in the prediction show, and I think that with him coming on in the first, like, what was it? Within the first hour.
Yeah, first hour of the show. Yeah,
That was
first 30 minutes.
Lot for the first hour of the show. I'm sure were some younger people still watching at that hour.
At that time, yes.
And that was a lot.
I mean, we are talking about the same company that has like an hour and a half of a discussion, a kickoff, and fills it up most of the time with the wrestling matches that they
Zero dark hour. Zero dark hour. I don't blame them for that. It was a 9-minute promo, like Jeffrey said. Here's my thing. I'm just going to be quick with this part and move on. I'm going to say it again because I don't want AEW fan bases to get mad at me or however that may go. I'm an MJF mark. I think he's good for AEW. I wish you'd have transferred over, but I understand why he didn't. The parts of the promo were good about I don't need them to be me. I can be me. I get that part. But the things about the devil and the mask and being a hypocrite and those kind of things, that's who he was. He introduced that mask. The whole thing about, he's saying I'm gonna stop being humble. When the fuck was MJF ever humble? Even last night he was unhumble. Right? That's his entire character, is being a complete grade A douchebag. Kind of like our executive asshole, that we have here. That's his job, is to be an asshole. So that whole thing just did not sit for me from a perspective of wrestling standpoint in his comeback. And I thought personally, just me personally, two things here. I thought the pop would have been bigger for him personally, guys. I'm sorry. That pop was not mind-blowing. We all know in the industry it's called the Stone Cold Pop, right? It was not a Stone Cold Pop. It was like literally a return of Charlotte Flair will get a bigger pop when she comes back, and no one likes Charlotte Flair, the greatest wrestler
I popped when she came back on the last SmackDown of 2022.
Well, see,
and I don't care for Charlotte Flair too much. Like you're
gonna make me do it. It's your fault. I was trying to move on. Y'all blame Estella. Charlotte Flair is the women's wrestler! Oh, time!
I partly do that because I like hearing you say it, right?
I love it. All right, let's move on,
Can
guys.
I ask a question really quick?
We're going to bring a cute baby on the phone with the binky in his mouth and go right ahead. He just won the whole damn show. Go ahead. Shit, how am I going to with that?
So how is it that we can't accept MJF for 6 minutes, but we can accept The Rock, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, the Usos, and a Bloodline segment that lasted over 40 minutes, the trial of Sami Zayn, right? The Rock comes back, speaks for 10, 15 minutes. We're accepting that, right? But you just said they're not accepting The Rock cussing, but MJF can cuss. So it's literally the same thing in reverse. I thought it was fine.
I'm going to tell you why. I had nothing to do with the length for me. Other people said that. I can care less about how long a promo goes if the promo makes sense. Okay? It didn't make sense. And I'm picking on wrestling fans for saying, oh, you can't curse, when he cursed the entire show. And like Katie, we're talking about the first hour of this program, not the 10 o'clock hour. It was children at that crowd. This is when I'm at wrestling with my children. Okay? Yeah. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm without one who curses. I would be a hypocrite to say that, okay? But I try my best, and you know this personally, Dice, being someone who's around. You heard me curse about someone and say, oh my God, I've known you for 10 years. I never heard you talk to him like that. That's how mad I don't curse at my children, okay? So for that crowd to be like, holy-ish, and all that kind of stuff, I've never been a fan of that. That's just me. I want to see what MJF can really, truly do without those expletives. The same thing I had about AJ Styles. I knew he was great in the ring. I want to see how great AJ Styles could be outside of TNA. And when he came to WWE, he proved to me that he didn't need TNA's window to make him great. He could still be great by himself. Can MJF be MJF without saying the whole donkey balls and eat my cock and all that kind of stuff? I just wonder. Okay? That's my only take. But I'm going to be real fast guy here with these matches. We got to take a break. Matter of fact, we'll take a break first. Then we'll go into the matches. Okay, guys? Because it is up against the hour. I got this guy who popping on with the baby out doing us all, telling me, we got to take a break. So we'll be right back, y'all.
Chris Jericho's new catchphrase is that he's the learning tree. What's everybody learning from him?
How to better tell stories in the ring.
So shouldn't they call him the leech instead? Since he's leeching out all these young talent?
He definitely is leeching, but he's also training. He's teaching Hook how to have a personality.
Shouldn't he really be called like the leaning tree, since sometimes he can't stand up straight and he's as thick as a tree?
What's up with you and fat shaming tonight?
Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. If YouTube or Google me, turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it, I just had the balls to say it.
And we are back. Cactus Katie is back here too. Disappeared for a second. And Estella made a wardrobe change. Go. BGM. BGM. Hold on. BGM. Oh, BGM. Go ahead. Okay. So, real fast, guys, because I'm going to say this because I've never done this, and those who are watching have no idea what I'm talking about, but all the 3 of us, 4 and the 5 of us here know what I'm talking about. I won our prediction in our group, in our chat, and I won it not just Saturday, but I won it on Sunday too. Oh my God. First of all, I want to thank God, because without him, none of this could be possible. I want to thank my kids for always shutting the fuck up when I'm doing a radio program. Awesome kids. I want to thank my wife for always giving me a shot when I don't need a shot.
Neither one of them. That's why you won. I was the reigning champion, but
whose fault is that? You can't.
And only 7 of us voted.
Yeah, you. How you expect to get in the club? You can't even get in. You know, it wasn't our fault you didn't decide to participate. You can't put an action over the GOAT championship. Okay. So anyway, as I was doing my honorary speech to my children and my wife, he wanted to rudely interrupt us. Okay. Damn. Moving on. Thunder Rosa versus Diana Purrazzo and a double or nothing buy-in match. A match in which I won. And listen, to me, it wasn't hard. I don't watch AEW every single week the way most people do. I catch it on replays on Thursday mornings. Wednesdays are my bay days. So I'm hanging out with the spouse, you know, getting our romance on and all those kind of things like that. Look at Vinny. He got his fat ass, hairy ass wrists blocking the camera. I normally start with the ladies, but Vince has been too damn quiet in the pool, so I'm gonna start with him right now. No. Who you got? What you think about this match, real fast? Like it or hated it?
I think there could have been more. I think Thunder Rosa does a great job. I think Diana Purrazzo did a good job. I wanted more. So I would say I have mixed reviews on this match.
Okay. Cactus Katie.
This was not one of the original card game matches.
No.
This was added, which I'm always a fan of seeing Thunder Rosa on my screen. She did great.
Estella?
Well, I like some of the people in the audience when they were chanting "This is wrestling" and women's wrestling. I did enjoy this match. I will say I was one of the 5 of us who did choose Thunder Rosa to win this match. But match was great. I've loved Thunder Rosa since I first saw her in Dark, and I became a Diana Purrazzo fan when I saw her work on TNA. Match was good. The ending definitely is going to add to this feud because we both know that these two are not done with each other, because this is definitely one of the more popular popping women's feuds that they've had, especially since Miss Dr. Britt Baker DMD is out the building right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. He's on you inclined around. You better leave me alone when it comes to Charlotte Flair. I just watched the TV show Queen Charlotte. Don't get me started. Okay. All right. Don't get me started, okay, on the Queen, okay? But Diana Purrazzo, guys, who y'all thought was going to win, okay? Thunder Rosa can go. I know my man backstage who will pop in here like, poopsie, right? He loves Thunder Rosa, but I also think...
Mera.
I love me some Thunder Rosa, I'll tell you that.
Okay, but this is not her time. I think in wrestling, guys, we got to understand what's our time, what's not our time. This isn't her time. This is Diana Purrazzo's time, and she got it last night. Please don't get him started with... Anyway, moving on. Then we get this shit show of a match. I lost this one, okay, because my dumbass picked the Anarchy, but that's because I just really loathe the Acclaim, okay?
Everybody loves the Acclaimed.
That's bullshit. I will never walk up to you and say, "Scissor me, daddy," ever.
I wouldn't say it. I just find it funny.
I'm sorry, what?
I will listen. The next time I see Billy Gunn in the gym in Lake Mary, I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna say, "Scissor me, daddy." You
know what? You don't even have to do that. Just give him a steak from the Spazas and a J, and he'll be completely okay. You don't have to give him a "Scissor me, daddy" at all. Okay, ladies, starting with you, Sabrina Estella. Your takes on this match, because I don't love the Acclaim.
Well, I mean, I didn't either once upon a time ago, but they grew on me, so now I do enjoy them. Match was good. It was definitely a lot of focus on Max Caster and like them hitting the leg and such, and then trying to get rid of Billy Gunn and Anthony Bowen so much in this match, and they were really trying to go at it, especially because Max kept saying like, "Oh, I don't remember what these two guys' names are," which I don't blame him because neither did I. I only remember one of their names, and that's because it was on their trunks. The other one, I still don't remember what his name is. But Brian Cage did good too. Match was good, so I have nothing against this match. And I, of course, was one of the ones that voted for the Acclaim because I'm not voting for a group with two people I still don't know.
Here's my thing. If you walked up to me, Estella or Kector, and say, "Yo, scissor me Knoxxx," I'd be like, "All right, cool." But if Vinny said, "Scissor me, Daddy," I'm not doing that. Okay, just not doing it.
I mean, I'm not.
No. No, I don't. And I no. And then what the hell did that girl put on his finger? Okay, it was like, what the fuck is that shit? Okay, apparently it was a love note to him, but clearly she didn't know what side of the tracks he was batting on. Cactus Katie, your takes on the Acclaim versus the Cage of Anarchy or Anarchy?
Giving me flashbacks to Harley Cameron right now there, Mike. It was the funniest segment ever. So
it was. Your take, Estella.
I just went.
No, I'm gonna say Cactus Katie. I'm sorry.
All right, that's right. I think the Acclaim is just a little much for me, and so I picked the Cage of the Cage. So, but I missed this one, so I'm not gonna. I don't really have much for this.
It's still on YouTube, so feel free to watch.
All right, I'll catch.
They at least put 2 or 3 matches up online.
But this was one of the free matches, so in all fairness. Go ahead, Vince. Damn, how long are you floating? I don't know if I hear. I hope you're not peeing in your own pool. That's nasty, by the way.
No. All I'm gonna say is I didn't see this match. Whoa.
If he dropped his phone in the water, that would be some live shit. Okay.
No.
There it is. No.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is that I didn't get to see this match, but I'm gonna say one line that you love. Mike Knoxxx, scissor me, daddy.
You should have told him that you wouldn't do it if he said
no,
it.
Bro. I will eat your turkey sandwiches on Sunday. I will eat your cheesesteaks on Saturday. But I will never scissor you, daddy.
I do gotta say this. I do think, because I saw some highlights.
Facts.
And I do think that Billy Gunn at his age at 60, I still think he can go. There are some times where I think he's slowing down, but for a man to be 60 and still in there, and he's still taking bumps and still taking some of these moves, I gotta give it up to them. I mean, the man doesn't want to hang the boots up.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Then we're moving on from this match. And we got, bang, bang, gang, baby. Taking on, listen, 3 of my favorite people in professional wrestling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Poopsie.
I just wanted to ask the AEW crew, because I've been kind of disconnected from AEW, but I did enjoy this pay-per-view very much. When the hell did they change from the Bullet Club Gold to the Bang Bang Gang? Because that just sounds very
overnight,
corny.
Overnight, they did it overnight. Like literally, when they had the little spat. I'm not the AEW crew, so he wasn't talking to me. So I'll shut up. Go ahead.
No, you go right ahead. But I heard it just happened, and I think it is a humorous new title. But they have a theme song, and it's just, like I said, humorous.
Oh, Vaughn was here. He'd be popping on too. Listen, again, 3 of my. I love the Death Triangle, but there was no way they were going to win this match. I don't know why they don't. I don't know what happened with Pentagon and Ray Phoenix riding it over. Pac, to me, I just can't stand the name because I only one Pac. I know his name is 2. Okay. But either way, those 3 guys to me are 3 of the best wrestlers in the world. Okay, hands down to me, those 3 guys can go against anybody in the company, in the business, no matter what company. Bring back Lucha Underground for these 3 alone, as far as I'm concerned, and add Prince Puma, a.k.a. Ricochet. But Bang Bang Gang, because I'm a huge Jay White mark. He's the last leader of the Bullet Club. I know people. It has not been the greatest AEW run in all fairness, to my opinion. But I thought this match was good. And listen, for someone who walks as a belt king, I walk around a bunch of titles, so it's cool with me that they got a bunch of titles. So that's my take on that. I'm gonna start with you this time, Cactus Katie. Your takes on this match?
It was a great match. I think considering that there were so many people in the ring, they did well. It didn't bore you, and it kept you going. But they brought all those titles out with them on that, and that was pretty shocking. It made a statement for sure.
Estella, your take?
This match was good. It was definitely very entertaining. I'm the only one who didn't vote for the new Bullet Club name that I'm not going to say because the name for them is stupid, and I don't care for this group only because I am not a Austin or Colton fan in that way anymore than when they used to team with their father. I can't take them seriously as wrestlers, so that's really part of the main reason I voted for.
If I was a girl, I might bang one of them. You wouldn't?
Hell no.
They weren't taken seriously with that name. I see where she's coming from. Like that doesn't take like hearing, oh, the Bang Bang Gang's gonna defeat you guys tonight. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck
have you not watched Old School? I'm sorry. I'm here for the gangbang.
Okay, so these you literally
when are we starting the gangbang? Can I add that?
You the one got the pool.
When's the gangbang starting?
That literally are some of the best wrestlers AEW has, and they all now look like 3 Steve Stiflers.
I did just get finished watching American Pie. Benny, your take on this match?
I gotta agree
apple
with you.
pie.
I am disappointed a little bit because I feel like Ray Phoenix and Pentagon and oh god, what's his name? I forget. What's
Pac.
What's
Pac?
Okay.
You just said it.
Pac.
The bastards.
Huh?
That's what he calls it, the bastard.
I feel like there should be a another like Lucha Underground or some kind of lucha like they had in WCW where they had the cruiserweights. Like I feel like they don't give these guys a lot of time, and for some reason these guys have been a little bit missed of late. But it was good to see these guys back. I mean, I know they've been on TV for a couple of weeks now, but I know they were gone for a while. Pac has sometimes have problems getting into the U.S. with his passport. But this is great. I mean, it's good. I love to see them with the titles, and I love to see him drag the titles with that little wagon of theirs. I think that's always creative. This was a good match.
Well, next match wasn't so good match, but it's the greatest interest in wrestling. Wow, dang!
Does it make your heart sing? I'll take that as a yes.
You make everything. Come on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be blacking out sometime. We lost Katie? Did I sing her to death? Damn it. We lost Katie.
You broke her camera with your singing.
First of all, I sound like a cross between Fergie and Jesus. I damn near turned into a unicorn with my singing. Okay? Damn near unicorn. We'll bring her back in a second. There she is. Your takes on this, Estella.
Match was good. I mean, the Jon Moxley intro is always entertaining to see. Always nice to see him coming in through the crowd. I haven't been paying too much attention to the Moxley side of things too much, so that was one of the main reasons why I picked Takeshita for this match. I have nothing against him, but match was entertaining. I mean, nothing to write home about. I was fine with it. I had no problems with it. It's just, I don't know. Entry is good, but I'm just not as enthralled to watch Moxley like I was before when he first started. Maybe with all the times they've shitted over him as far as in AEW, considering how much a workhorse he's been.
Shitted over him? The man's had every single title AEW's ever invented.
Yes, and then sometimes it made him look stupid.
Well, that's a Jon Moxley thing, to be frankly honest. He definitely controls his character. He got like a Kevin Nash contract.
I'm not talking about the character.
I would just disagree with that. Like as a Moxley, let me rephrase that. As a Dean Ambrose guy, not so much a Jon Moxley guy. Jon Moxley has done everything in AEW. From the standpoint, I agree on that part. Your take on this, Cactus Katie?
And
Tedesca should have won that match.
Yeah, no, I was always behind Jon Moxley winning, and this was not a title match. This was an elimination match for the New Japan Championship. So Tony Khan really couldn't give a title match out for this. And I'm sure he tried to get approval for this night, but they were not giving this up. So it was a good match to watch.
Vincent and the Pool Espaza.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I get a little bored. I'm a little bored lately with Jon Moxley in his matches. I do like Jon Moxley, but I feel like lately it's really hasn't been the same. I feel like he's getting, 1 week he's hardcore, 1 week he's not. 1 week he's throwing people over the guardrail, 1 week he's not. And then him with this title. I honestly, and I'm going to say this because this is how I feel. I really feel like this title means nothing to him or AEW. Like, I feel like we always say that AEW has too many titles. There's too many to look out for. And I feel like this is just one of them. I mean, they had nothing for Jon Moxley. So New Japan decided to give him the title and they brought it over here. I could have went without this match. It wasn't horrible, but it's the same old Jon Moxley.
It never changes. And if that's what you're going with that on that, Estella, I'm with you. He does not hold the luster for me that he used to have. I don't know if they can even fix Jon Moxley over here. It's just it's run its course, and I'm kind of tired of it. Meanwhile, we do get the learning tree versus Hook versus Shibata for the Fuck the World Championship. I thought this was a perfect position for Hook to get the title back. The learning tree, we just saw Steve's take on that on our Unpopular Review Shorts. Make sure you guys follow that on our TikTok page. Like, follow, and subscribe. And just share this show at this point. If you've been watching this long, like, follow, and subscribe, and share most importantly. I am the #1 rated show here on Unpopular Review, but guess what? I got a team behind me. Without them and my crew and other shows, I couldn't do it. So thank you for doing that. So let's sure we get everybody up to that standards, and we all can meet that. And I need to get more than that what I've been getting as well. We gotta raise the envelope, if you will. But right now, Jericho, he hasn't raised the envelope to me. Why did Jericho win this match? I thought this was bad booking for Jericho to win. But hey, what do I know? I'm just here talking my shit on my radio program. Cactus Katie, starting with you. Your take on the Learning Tree winning this match.
I had Learning Tree winning this match. I wish that Hook, won, because I'd like to see him, just get angry and just do his thing. But I think they are just going to milk Jericho for as long as they can. So.
Well, there it is. Vincent Laspaza, your take on this match, or you got company?
Again, the FTW Championship means nothing to anybody. This is just a BS title that they put in. And I honestly feel like it's a prop that Hook brought in from his father that should stay with him. And I am a little tired of Jericho. I like Jericho as a wrestler. I think he always reinvents himself. But I think this time with the Learning Tree, this is where I have to draw the line. Like, I think this is a stupid gimmick. I think bringing Big, I call him Big Cass, but Big
Bill.
I think Big Bill. I think
Big Bill, he helped. He came out.
Again, but here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, he's the Learning Tree. So should he really need help from the guy that's teaching Big Bill what's going on? So again, I feel like Jericho I feel like Jericho doesn't have it in him anymore. I feel like he's holding on. He's holding on like an Italian's holding on to a piece of bread at a dinner table with sauce dipping inside of it. And let me be frank. I'm just going to say Jericho needs to retire. They need to put him on commentary and just let it go.
Estella, your take.
Oh, I thought he was about to say something. That's why I didn't say a word.
What were you going to say? What are you going to say, Z?
I felt like you was going to say something.
We got about 15. We got about 30 minutes tops here left. Go ahead, Estella.
But I was just going to say, this is one of those that I picked that Jericho is going to win based on predictability, because I was like, they gave him the belt not that long ago. He's changing it from the S the world title to the For the World title. And I mean, I personally never cared for Hook because I thought it was always very overrated. And I know some people before would do the no selling. I just thought when he did it, it was always very annoying. But I thought, maybe they would have given him back the belt. I was wrong in that sense, but right in the sense that I knew Jericho was going to win. And now he has someone under his belt to learn. in the form of the bounty hunter Brian Keith. So we'll see how that goes. But it should be interesting. But I'm just kind of bored with Jericho at this point. I'm like, what else can they do with this man?
Well, I agree. I agree. He needs to retire.
I'm bored. I don't have a pool right now because I want to be in my pool right now. I'm going to have to drive a mile and get to mine. Then we get to this match right here. And the only thing that was important in this match was this. Oh, my God. It's Gangrel. Friend of the program. I interviewed this guy. But the question I asked you is, does this help Edge? I'm sorry, Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar? He needed this? Your
Can I please speak on this?
Please, go right ahead, sir.
WWE, do you realize the missed opportunity that you had?
That's why this happened.
Yes, and I agree for the fact that whoever told him in WWE that people would not recognize Gangrel
or remember him
idiots. Everybody knows Edge's yes, Edge was told, and one of the
I get that. I'm saying what you just said to me, and you know better than this.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
It's Gangrel. AEW will cheer for anything. If someone said it and threw shit like monkeys out of their ass, that crowd would cheer for that. No offense, I love Gangrel. I've interviewed him multiple times. I have nothing but respect for the guy. However, how does that matter to their storyline? That he needed that.
Okay, so for somebody who's been watching pre-taped or day after, right? So you should understand the story. You should understand the story of him and Malachi, right? He's literally
Say it right. I'm sorry.
Malachi.
Thank you. Go ahead. Okay.
He's literally pushed that man into a realm of a dark sense.
I got that.
Same that what we got Finn Balor that did it to him.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear my Anton in the back.
Was the demon Finn Balor up behind you just for that?
But in the sense of, as far as we know, Edge doesn't have a history with a lot of people in AEW.
True.
Right? So for somebody to understand what Malachi is bringing out of Edge, who better than Gangrel? Right? People know Brood Edge. If you not accepting Brood Edge, like that's blasphemy to me. Because the fact that if you don't have a Brood Edge without Gangrel. So when he got the pop from WrestleMania coming out and it's Brood Edge, it's bullshit to even for whoever in WWE to tell him they won't know who Gangrel is. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
that opportunity
that was dumb
in WWE. That's all.
That part, okay, you fixed it, and that's why I tell people don't text me because I'm gonna think you said something fucking stupid, right? You better pick up the phone and call me, okay? Thank you for making it make sense, okay? All I'm saying to that is that I'm gonna let that go. Cactus Katie, because you kept disappearing and reappearing. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Lost where we are because I've been trying to get my notes. I sent them to my niece and I can't get into her phone now. Okay. I've been trying to figure out how to get to my notes because we're on our phones because I'm traveling. So just bypass me.
Well, no, we're gonna get you an iPad. We got to get you I need an iPad first. We're gonna get you a laptop. We're gonna get Mike Knoxxx an iPad. Okay, but first Mike Knoxxx need a PlayStation 5. So everybody, they got to GoFundMe. DJ, get the GoFundMe going so I get my PlayStation 5. Okay, we got to get that going. All right. So I'm gonna go with you, Estella, now since Miss Cactus Katie said pass her by. Pass it on when you've been blessed. Go ahead, Estella. Your takes on the return of Gangrel and this tremendous match between Malachi and Adam Copeland. Still your TNT champion.
Well, it was nice to see that anything with barbed wire and it actually going well in terms of the execution and everything. Match was good. I mean, I did pick Copeland to win because I knew that once he tapped into that Brood dark edge side, that nothing was going to stop him from keeping that belt. So that was why I figured that Malachi was going to not be victorious in this match. And with the ending of Brody and Buddy turning on him, I was like, I kind of figured that was going to happen too. As for Gangrel coming out and popping, I was like, yeah, that was the main thing. Why they wanted to prove to WWE, like, oh, people do remember who he is. I mean, I've seen the man wrestle at his company a few times. I caught it on camera. I put it up online. And
it's an official camera woman, y'all.
Yes. At first, when I saw him, I didn't know who he was exactly. But after doing some research and such, I found out who he was. And then hearing that they weren't going to have him in just because they're like, oh, nobody's going to remember who you are. It don't matter. People will be happy. There will be people that will be telling young people in the audience, this is who he is. This is why you need a pop. But match is good. I was entertained. I knew he was going to have the reign of Copeland continue.
My only problem with this, before I let you go, Vinny, is the continuance of this company that tries to step out of the shadows of WWE, but all they do is step in the WWE. And that's for me as frustrating as a fan. I want to not think of WWE when I watch AEW, but AEW constantly reminds me of what they're exactly their initial stand for. All Elite WWE. Vince LaSpaza Steaks, 2 locations, Orlando and Stanford. Your take on this? You're muted. That's my fault. I got you. Go.
I agree with this. I feel like they do keep reminding us of what we're missing in WWE. And I agree with you about, with the whole Gangrel, because I think if Gangrel would have came back for SummerSlam with Edge, I think that would have been a great way to introduce Gangrel back into the Brood. So my question is, and then I'll let you answer it afterwards. But my question to you is do you think they're going to bring the Brood and try to reunite him, Edge, and Christian? My review on this match was, I thought it was a banger. I thought this match was gruesome as hell. Mm-hmm. I think the ending with Edge and the barbed wire with Malachi, sticking it around his face and making him pass out was fantastic. And I think that to bring a pop as Gangrel into this match, I think it was well deserved. But I do know what you're saying. They do try to bring WWE way more into this product than they should. And the reason is they only have a handful of guys that they're homegrown AEW guys. The rest of the people, they've either picked up the contracts from WWE or there's guys leaving WWE to come to AEW.
WCW did the same thing. TNA did the same thing. What's the problem?
I'm going to tell you what the problem is that those other companies never completely every single week mentioned the other company. That's the problem. I've never heard WCW say WWE, Vince McMahon. They don't do that. That's not their. You don't have to. This is called the show for the intelligent wrestling fan.
Subliminals matter.
No, subliminals don't matter because you're intelligent enough to know. It's like I hate when TV shows try to change the storyline of someone from season to season. Like, I didn't watch the other 3 seasons. Here comes season 4, and all of a sudden that person's completely different. Okay, if you show up to Gangrel, if you pop up and show me, Stacey Keebler comes out, I don't have you tell me, oh, she was in W. I know she was there. That's all I'm saying. I have no problem with them showing up. I have a problem with them constantly saying and comparing them to WWE. That for years, well, not years, but a year, I got on you when you did AEW show. Stop mentioning WWE so much. I get on Vince and them every other week. Hey, Chris, tell them, stop mentioning WWE too much. It's an AEW product. Talk about AEW, not WWE. That's my only gripe with them and a hole with that. Moving on, because time is short. I absolutely did love this match, y'all. I'm a moron and an idiot for chaos. And that match...
You skip.
I didn't skip anything.
That's the last match.
This ain't the last match.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I'm going to my order.
You missed Mercedes, and then you missed
I didn't miss nothing. I'll get to them in a second, okay? Do you think I didn't sit here even on Memorial Day tipsy in the pool and barbecue that I got this? Allegedly. Damn it. And that was allegedly. Shout out to my man Mo_Eden, who purchased the Reebok Classics pumps, by the way, from the Young Bucks.
I tried to get them $180. $130.
He paid 100.
6 pairs of Pumas. Kiss my ass.
See, 6 pairs. He said he paid $135 for his.
What?
Yeah,
I
he
need
said
parts.
135.
I want them. I need part.
For 135, I would definitely buy them. And I'm nothing but a Jordan guy. And before Dice comes back here and say, I'm from Chicago. I wear Jordans because everybody in Chicago wears Jordans. I don't know about everybody else in the rest of the world. Okay. I'm not eating nothing. Hold on. You got to grab the balls, Dice. Don't sit there and do it. You got to make sure you hold them and you grip them. Okay. Do it right. Okay. This match, I absolutely marked the fuck out for. I'm not gonna lie to you, yo. I know people hate the Young Sucks, okay, and Okada can't speak English. Hey, look, we got Katie in the background with so you might just go jump in the pool too, make it all right, okay? Shit. What the hell we sit here in different cameras for? Make it all right. Hold on, bring me that shot live on air, baby. Happy Memorial Day. If you got one, put it up, show it up, drink them up. Estella, your takes on this match.
Well, other than the fact that Darby Allin's a madman, I don't care for the whole elite storyline running AEW kind of thing, which
I love it.
I get it's what they're going for. I just find it a little kind of boring to me because I don't know. I find that thing boring. Match was good. I mean, you can't go wrong with the insanity that is Darby Allin, who is going to work himself into an early grave if he doesn't calm the fuck down at some point.
I did put in the chat last night. We almost saw 3 people die in this show last night.
3 of them Darby Allin.
Y'all can yell and laugh for all you want to about how great their wrestling is. They almost died. Will Ospreay almost died last night. He almost died. Okay. What's her name? Who fought Tony Storm? Selena Deeb. Almost died last night. Okay. This man, Jack Perry, people who told me, oh my God, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Did you not see how wet the man was when he came out? Here's the true case right here. You know his ass was getting set on fire. Okay. Welcome to the show for the intelligent wrestling fans. Watch him. He's soaking wet. I'm talking about he got more water on whatever it is on him than Roman Reigns has in his hair. Okay. Lighter fluid it up. Your take, Cactus Jack. You like this match?
Cactus Jack.
She's going to need her plaid to dress like Cactus Jack.
You never know when I'm going to show up.
Cosplay.
No, I liked it. It was chaotic. It was all over, everywhere around that arena. And I think that's a great way to end the show. You know what I mean? Like, it was everywhere. And the wrestling was good. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Estella, your take with your wardrobe change?
Well, if by wardrobe change you mean me fixing my hair, then yes, wardrobe change. I mean, I just went over it, so I was like waiting for you to tell Vinny what he thinks of the match.
Vinny, go ahead.
Well, we got Daniel Bryan jumping off the side of a entrance. We got Darby Allin doing a dive off of the side of an entrance. We got Darby Allin light people on fire. Jack Perry almost drowned. We had action out by the trucks, in the trucks. I mean, this match was just chaos. I like it, but here's the thing. Is it too much sometimes? Is it when you're watching it, your head is all over the place and you're trying, it's like I always say, when, like there are movies you can watch and you don't have to pay attention to. And there's movies like Interstellar or the what's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Inception.
Titanic? Okay.
No. Where you have to pay attention to every detail. And I feel like with this match, I feel like you didn't have to pay attention, but I feel like if you missed something with this match, you would have caught on a highlight. And there were so many cool things that happened. And your mind was going everywhere. It could be a bad thing, it could be a good thing. This time I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed when they do these matches where they're in like empty arenas or they're all over the arena. I think it brings out lively because you don't see that no more in WWE. Like they don't, they might throw somebody over a barricade or they might fight but they're not fighting like they are in AEW. So I really enjoyed this. I give this match a 10 out of 10.
I like that. Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb. Like I said, I honestly, this is a very surprising and good match to me. And I don't mean surprising from the fact that Serena can't go, because we talked about it on Saturday. She's a great hand. She can go with anybody. But I mentioned on somebody's live watch along that I thought she was trash. And I mean that in the sense of her character. I don't like matches where I know for a fact someone's not going to win. Okay, we make fun of WWE. We're gonna make fun of them right now. We're gonna make fun of this past week when we had the King of the Ring, the winners. We knew who was gonna win. We knew the whole thing. When they're overseas, we know who's gonna win. I watched this on yesterday night. Woke up this morning to finish it, and you knew who was gonna win. I didn't win and predict it because I'm a better AEW fan than somebody else. I just predict. It was just easy for me to predict, in my opinion. But
can I ask you a question really quick?
You can ask me
because you knew who was gonna win.
Yeah.
Do you think that this run that Tony Storm is on is either set up for her to get dethroned by Fix Statlander or Dr. Britt Baker? Because that's the way I'm seeing it right now.
And that's what my problem was with the whole overall pay-per-view. And I'll answer that question a little bit later. I was going to say that. You asked it now, so I say it. I personally thought having Britt Baker come back would have been a bigger pop, because I think the women need Britt Baker more than the men need MJF. And I thought we talked about it on the prediction show. We talked about it on. I thought for 100% they were going to get Dr. Britt Baker back, and we did not. And go ahead, Cactus Katie.
I think they're holding on to that to go against Mercedes.
I think you're right in that. Nonetheless, you know, people's windows and people's attention spans are very short, and their ratings are tanking. Okay, it's going down like the Titanic. It's going down like the Hindenburg. It's going down like Pearl Harbor, one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm going to watch it tonight over wrestling. Okay, I love the Pearl Harbor movie. Don't judge me. I love that fucking movie all the way together. But overall, in this match, real fast, I'm going to let the ladies go.
I've never seen that movie.
What? Which one?
Pearl Harbor.
Well, that's a damn shame. It's a great damn movie. Ben Affleck's best movie he's ever done. Okay, best thing Ben Affleck ever done. I'm gonna go with you, Cactus Katie, first. Your takes on the female women's championship match here, the women's world title match. I'm sorry.
I think it was a great match. I think Tony had some awesome moves. The wrestling was great. Yes, of course, we always knew that Tony was gonna win. Like, there was no doubt about that.
Sean was with the Joe for murder. Yeah,
for sure. But I think it's kind of weird that they're trying to change their titles, like the heel and the face here, because Tony's pretty dark, but the whole going into this match with the heel spike of the high heel, that was pretty evil.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited for this match. And, of course, like I said, I was there with Dan. And Dan is a Tony Storm girl. So I was just letting him enjoy this match.
I'm with him.
Yeah, it was a great match, for sure.
She's one of the few people who I will openly admit it's better being here than WWE.
Yeah.
It's Tony Storm. She 100% fits in AEW
here,
almost more than anybody else. Estella, beautiful wrestling doll. Your takes on this women's championship match?
Well, like you said, prime example of what the company that she used to work for is completely missing out on, because they stuck her into one particular thing for so long. Didn't think, oh, maybe she can branch out and do other things, or maybe she could do something a little bit more on the slightly comical side. But match was great. It was nice to see Tony Storm have more title defenses, and her thing with Mariah May. I can't wait to see how that goes down in the future. And I wonder what's going to happen with Luther, as far as, because it seemed like they made it seem like he was going to throw in the towel, even though Mariah had the towel in her hand before and was going to throw it in, thinking that there was a possibility that Serena was going to win. But match was entertaining. I mean, you guys were saying that maybe Britt Baker would have came back, like thinking like, oh, Adam Cole came back, maybe Britt will come back too. But saying like maybe she'll go after Mercedes instead. Maybe Jamie will try to come back and have another match with her. Maybe win, maybe not. But I would like to see Jamie Hayter come back personally and try to go after her for that belt. Because even though the people love Tony Storm, they love Jamie Hayter too. So it'll be good to see where they go, how they feel in terms of.
I love Jamie Hayter. I tell you that much.
I do as well.
moving on as we can get through this real fast, rapid fire a little bit with some of this, at least with this one a little bit to me. I thought best match of the night, open up the show, and that was Will Ospreay. I'm a Will Ospreay mark. I've been a fan of his. Again, I'm not the guy who's going to sit and say I watch all New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think everybody who acts like they do are liars. Personally, I don't care who you are. I think you're a liar. There's no way you watch all of New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's no way every single time when the guys show up in AEW, you know who they are. Bullshit. Okay? You don't. Okay? However, I've been a Roderick Strong fan for years. He just took too long to get where he had to get, and it's too late for him, and it's okay. But Will Ospreay is here to stay. He's trying to make this company bigger and better. Hopefully he can do that. I thought this match was great, although he almost died in this match. Wonderful match, in my opinion. Great match to start off the show, in my opinion, as well. Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong. Your take on this one. Start with you, Cactus Katie, then Estella, and then you, Vinny.
I love Will. I think he comes with a whole bunch of pop. He comes with a whole bunch of flair, and he owns it. And it was a great first match for this pay-per-view. And I also think that they had some great moves. They, Strong is the title holder, correct?
Yeah, he was. He was.
He was.
Yeah.
He was up until the match is over.
Right. And Will didn't need that title. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He didn't need that title. He is on the road.
A whole trajectory somewhere else. Yeah.
And so he certainly didn't need that. But why not?
Stella?
Well, like you said, he's not one that needs the title, but I definitely think I would love to see the matches he could have while having that title. Like, Roderick Strong is not bad. I'd seen him in person a few times wrestle. He's a good wrestler. Whenever he was champion, I was never really entertained with him, mainly because he's a good in-ring worker. He would never do it for me as terms of like his promo work or like his mic skills or his talking. But the match was great. Will Ospreay definitely did earn it, especially in Mike Knoxx's words, almost dying that night. But I will definitely say Will Ospreay is one of the ones that you can say is the future, and is proving that now, and will be proving it more for years to come. Especially for those that say, "Oh, Will Ospreay can't wrestle, or he's just all about high flying and shit." Well, so what? Some of us like that.
There it is. Bruv, Venomous Vince, your take.
I mean, I do agree. He didn't need this title to make himself stick out better. Seeing him in person is just it's like a whole nother level, because you can see him on TV, but when you see him in person, it's just all better. And I got to tell you, I agree with you. I believe that I feel like Roderick Strong is working harder, and he's a better wrestler in AEW than he was in NXT. Not saying that he didn't have no classic matches. I am just saying that I feel like they're using him the right way, and I feel like he's not playing second fiddle.
I'm with you on that one. And then we get to the match right here. Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale, DMV's own. And frankly, I'm sorry, guys. I ripped this company, rightfully so, in my opinion. I'm not as bad as Steve on here. I got to go back to what the executive consultant said when he mentioned Sasha Banks at the time, now known as Mercedes Moné, saying if Vince McMahon eats steak, then she wants to eat steak too. Those kind of things. The fact, if you look at the poster for Double or Nothing, she's literally in the middle of the poster. She beats Willow Nightingale, and then she has this to say at the end after the press conference and beating her.
Wow. How did it finally feel after a year of being away from something that I've loved since I was a little girl? Wrestling has not only changed my life, but saved my life. And coming here to AEW has saved my life, Tony. It's given me new hopes, new dreams, new chances, new opportunities. And tonight, being here in AEW, celebrating 5 years at AEW, being here with Willow, who is legit one of the greatest women I've ever stepped into the ring with. Like, wow. And I've been doing this for 14 years, and she is legit one of the best. Amazing. Renee, to answer your question, it feels so incredible. I've been waiting for this moment really ever since I got signed to AEW, but really for the past 2 years of not knowing where I was going to be, what was going to happen after leaving WWE, what was going to be next for me. Because a lot of times in wrestling, people think WWE is the only place. And I think tonight we showed the wrestling world that it's not the only place. AEW is where the best wrestle. And we had the greatest show tonight, celebrating 5 years of this incredible company where we cannot be denied. And we are just going to show wrestling fans around the world that this is the place to celebrate wrestling, because this is the best place to be.
I personally have a lot with that, and Dice has to sign up there that I have to agree with. The problem with it is, Dice, is that, yes, she's lying, but she's supposed to. Right? She's supposed to think they're the greatest. That's her company. That's who she works for. That's who she's with right now. But every single time she wins something, this is what we see. Every time she wins a title, she fucking cries. It's the fucking TBS title, for heaven's sakes. It's the TBS title. Okay? WCW Saturday night used to come on TBS all the time. And I'm supposed to be excited? Come on. I'm sorry, Mercedes Moné. I fucking love you, girl. Black girl magic. Come on, girls. Even you, Katie. Give it to me. Boom, boom. Katie, give me my dance.
Will Ospreay did that. You should never do that again. Ever.
Because Will Ospreay did that?
Yes.
Well, it's better than this. It's better than this.
It is not better than Daniel Garcia. Absolutely not.
My sons who did a curly shuffle is better than Danny Garcia. Okay. But overall, your takes on this match, starting with you, Estella.
Well, I thank you for letting me go first on this one, considering everybody who's watched UPR for as long as I've been on knows that the reason why I even started watching stuff that brought me to watch AEW, like WWE, was because of Miss Mercedes Moné, who was Sasha Banks at the time, going up against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 37 for the SmackDown Women's Championship belt. Match was good. I was the only one who picked for Willow to retain the belt, only because I felt like maybe if she had it a little longer, she could have proved that she is a good, formidable champion and not just somebody who can win a belt just because the person that she's wrestling gets injured during the match. And I only say that because of the last time that these two were in a ring together. But match was good as far as what Mercedes said in the conference about AEW being the best. Well, yeah, she's going to say that. She's not going to say, oh, AEW is good, but WWE is better. Because at the end of the day, how many people now say that they would go to AEW would say because they feel like they would have more creative control. Well, Vince McMahon doesn't run the company anymore. Triple H does. So he's a little bit more open in that sense. So you could still want to go to WWE, but there are other companies too that you can go to. They're not the only one. But yeah, match was fine. I can't say that I saw Chris Statlander turning on her coming that night.
I thought that was great.
Feeling that it was going to happen. So now we're going to get Willow versus Chris Statlander with Stokely in her corner. So I just want to see who Willow's going to get in her corner to help keep Stokely out of the way.
We talked about that on the prediction show, Cactus Katie and us. We talked about Statlander turning on her and things like that. One of the things I'm going to say this is unpopular view, right? And with this being unpopular view, let me just say this. We got to stop acting like everything Vince McMahon done was absolutely harsh and horse shit. She took Vince McMahon's money. They all took Vince McMahon's money. They could. This is what my wife goes to me. Well, they shouldn't do this. My wife and I go, and I got daughters. I got a mother. I love women's rights. Okay, but they did not put a gun to Trish Stratus' head to make her get on her knees to bark like a dog. She could have said no. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we got to stop acting like everything Vince McMahon ever done was horrible. It just wasn't. Was he a piece of shit? Yeah, we're starting to find that out. He was a piece of shit. But guess what? If I pay you to have sex with me, okay, it's your job. When you sign the NDA, that's my business. No one's Trump's gonna be president again, and his ass been paid off hookers.
To them after they pay
Nobody complain about bra and panties matches. That's all I'm saying.
Contract, take back your money.
HLA, live sex. No one was bitching and complaining. Okay,
nobody complained about Edge and Lita's sex show. Nobody complained. Nobody complained about bra and panties matches.
Lita did privately 10 years later.
She took that damn money.
She took that money, and that's my only point.
In retrospect,
and that's my only point.
In retrospect.
That's my only point. I'm gonna go with you, Cactus Katie. Your take on this beautiful match. I thought it was a good match. I'm sorry, George. I thought, knowing the outcome, nevertheless, Willa Nightingale can wrestle her ass off, and I thought she did a great job. And I'm sorry to say that, even though I think Sasha Banks is the top 10 of all time, she's gonna stay at 10. I don't know. She's not doing it for me anymore. But that's just a Mike Knoxxx thing, not a you thing. Your thing, Katie.
She'll be surpassed by Bianca Belair when it's all said and done.
I think this was a wonderful match. Everybody was waiting for it for so long. With Monet being out for over a year, I feel like she could have brought a little bit more. I think Willow worked her butt off, like you said, but Willow was never going to beat Mercedes. It wasn't going to happen. And they hyped this up really, really high, and I think it was a great match. I feel like are setting it up. I think Mercedes, as I said earlier, Mercedes and Britt are going to go after it very soon, hopefully.
Vince in the car getting licked by his own dog because his own dog. So if he put like peanut butter on his balls and his dog licked it, it's okay because it's his dog. Go ahead, Vince.
I'm very disappointed in this match, and I'll explain why.
Explain.
I'm really upset the fact that they brought her in and made her the champion right away. They don't.
She's
do
Mercedes Moné.
Yes, I understand that, but not a lot of companies do that. Like you have to be like top tier talent. And
She is top tier talent, Vince.
I really do the thing. When you leave a company, you cry like a little, you know what?
Ooh!
And you cry like a, you know what? And you complain because all they gave you was tag team championships. I'm sorry, but to me, you lose all credibility, and then you want to hold them hostage to not come on TV. I'm sorry, but Tony Khan's a sucker for that. He's a sucker because not only did he probably get her at a good price and gave her a boatload of money, but at the end of the
What?
He's frozen.
No, he's there.
He's freezing up.
He's freezing up.
But
can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I that's the only thing that I really didn't enjoy about this match is that, you know, I think Willow Nightingale did a hell of a performance. I think she put on a great match, and I think she could have stayed champion for the next couple of months. But you know, this is what they do to their champions. They play second fiddle to when somebody else big comes in. They don't give them the title for very. And I'm very sad that Tony Khan did this.
Well, let me just say this to you, Vincent. Yet again, you run a business.
I know.
If I'm the best cook, and I'm coming to your establishment, why shouldn't my food be put on the menu ahead of somebody else's? And I'm saying that in the sense of, I hear what you're saying in totality, but she's still Sasha fucking Banks, and she is still the biggest top 5 name in that company. Period. There's Jericho, then her. You know what I'm saying? Like, known people in that company, because Sting's not there no more. CM Punk's not there no more. It is maybe Adam Copeland, Edge, Jericho for sure, and she's right there between 2 and 3. Got to give the girl her due. She was going to win. I get what you're saying. I don't think she should have won either, but I knew she was going to win, right? And she puts more eyes on the product, and that's what matters more, putting the eyes on the product. Our last segment, we're going to get up out of here, guys.
I just wanted to say something in regard to what Vince said real quickly. Yes, she did leave around that time in regards to the tag belts and all that. Well, she and Naomi felt like they weren't getting respected being put in the middle of the Queen of the Ring tournament when they could have been fighting somebody to retain their belt. And as opposed to her saying, like, being out for a year and a half and not knowing what's going to happen, she had her time. She went to Japan to wrestle to make her craft even better and all that fun stuff. But yes, they're going to put, sometimes they will put whoever's the bigger star with the belt right away. I mean, Mustafa Ali in TNA, he's not the biggest star that WWE had. But when he debuted in that pay-per-view for TNA, he defeated Chris Sabin, who, yes, held that belt 16 times. But he won at his debut night. And he's one of the first of the race that he is to win a belt in debut nights in that company. So even if you're not the biggest star, there is a good chance that you're going to get put that belt.
Here's the thing.
But Mercedes is a bigger star, and that's why they put the belt on her, because she brings eyes, just like Jade did, which is why they kept the belt on her for so long, besides the fact that Chris was injured and couldn't take the belt from her away sooner.
It's a company. It's a business move. They had.
At the end of the day, it's business. They want that money.
Yep.
Moolah.
Monet brings the Monet.
Brings the money. And here's the thing also, girls, that I've said from the beginning, why I get mad when the wrestling fans want to go, oh my God, they got fired. They were in WWE. They can get any fucking job in the world in wrestling. So don't fucking cry to me that they lost their fucking job. They can go any fucking where and get hired. Okay? Now, speaking about people getting hired, think about the best person in the company who's finally getting respect, at least I think from last night, and that's this man right here. Christian Cage. My son is named Christian from that man. Okay? Swerve Strickland did his thing last night. He is still your reigning, defending, undisputed AEW heavyweight champion, and he got the money team right there. Floyd Mayweather said, fuck you, Vince McMahon. You're gone. Fuck you, Triple H. You're gone. I'm going to go show up at AEW with my man Swerve Strickland. You don't believe me? Just look.
Floyd has been a friend of ours, my man Flash Garments over here. He gets a free pass every time he comes to All Elite Wrestling because, once again, we're here to grow this company. We're here to bring something to All Elite Wrestling, not just take. We want to give, like, if we got opportunities, we have connections, we're going to bring them here every single time. And we want to blow this place up, and we want to be the catalyst of it. So that's how Floyd came through. We've actually been talking to Floyd for like 2 years now. His whole family trying to have him come through every time we're in Vegas. So finally he was like, all right, this is the day we're pulling up. So he pulled up, made it to the match. We pulled out a banger in front of him. He's like, I'm in. So now we might have, money team like invest.
You got money team invested in the company. I know people hate Floyd Mayweather. It's not about whether you feel about Floyd Mayweather. It's about someone of Floyd Mayweather's stature showing up at AEW. Someone who won a Hall of Fame level match at WrestleMania against the Big Show, knocked him out on one of the biggest stages. The biggest stage in wrestling, which is WrestleMania. Floyd Mayweather being in the corner and cheering on Swerve Strickland is a big fucking deal. Okay? The fact is that AEW is a big, not that dude West Side Gunner that, oh, I'm here, pay attention to me. Will Ospreay gave me some dap. Oh yeah, my raps suck. Doesn't matter. Floyd Money Mayweather, Pretty Boy Floyd, hands down is one of the greatest boxers of all time. Whether this ain't about the politics about boxing, it's about where he is status-wise. Great match nonetheless. Christian did his thing. I've talked about it for weeks, how I did not like how Christian was getting the better of him. And not just that, I thought it was like, again, dude, using my comparison because it's the Mike Knoxxx show, and I don't give a fuck. You don't like it, listen anyway. Okay. The way that they did the Miz versus LA Knight, that was bad for LA Knight. It's the fucking Miz. He's going to destroy him on the microphone. It's Christian. He's going to destroy 90% of anybody on the microphone, and the story is fucking Christian. This ain't Stone Cold Steve. What? No. Okay? What? No. It's what? No, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin my ass. It is Christian fucking Cage with a microphone in his hand. That's a fucking pipe bomb, and it was not good booking, but the match was still great. I love the ending. Shout out to the wardrobe that my man Prince Nana has on. I need that jersey. I mean that T-shirt. Okay, that he has on. Shout out to Swerve Strickland pushing it for the culture. Okay, shout out to Floyd Mayweather pushing it for the culture. I thought this match was great. Should have been the fucking main event. We talked about it on the prediction show, what was going to be the main event, and we all was wrong. No one picked the EVPs being the main event. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to still start with you, Cactus Katie. AEW is your program. Speak about your champion.
I am a Strickland fan all night. big fan. But I think this is where I said MJF was going to come out. And I think I still stand by the fact that it would have been a bigger pop then. I also did think that this was going to be the main event, and was wrong. But I knew it wasn't going to be the other one.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Mercedes Moné and them, but for obvious reasons. But go ahead.
Yes, I mean I think it would have been great, but I did not believe it was going to be the main event. But back to Strickland, I did think this was going to be the main event. Could have been the main event, and Cage is, he is a solid heel, and so he's just going to go out there and just do his job, and he's very good at it. And Strickland, and I love that Nana is back. I'm so excited to have him back. He is a solid acquaintance to him, or whatever you want to call that. But he brings laugh to a kind of gruesome matches. So I think it was a great match. I loved it. Before
I get towards Estelle, I want to point out Captain Shakespeare. Hopefully we can get her back here on Unpopular Review and her comment right here. I want to welcome you, Shay Sawyer, of Big Pop Podcast, to come on the Mike Knoxxx Show, because I need to know firsthand why you're not a Swerve Strickland girl. Okay. To me, from what I hear your wrestling takes, I'm lost in that. Like, you can love, and I'm a fan of Jay White. I love Jay White, but you're a Jay White super mark. I'm a Jay White mark. People, that's the difference. Super mark. I'm a Will Ospreay mark, not super mark. Okay. I'm a CM Punk. You know what my wife told me this weekend, y'all? I'm not embarrassed to say this. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this. I'm a John Cena supermark. Okay. I got more John Cena t-shirts than I got underpants, and that's embarrassing. Okay. But either way, I love Swerve Strickland, but I do see that some people, he does not work for other people. Does he work for some people? Maybe it's too much of the culture that he tries to push forward. Who knows? I want to get you back on here, Shay. I'm calling you out publicly. I need you on the Mike Knoxxx Show next week. Miss Estella, your take.
Well, I mean, if I was on the prediction show, I would have said that because the Young Bucks are in charge of AEW, essentially, they was going to be the main event. Plus, with all that chaos going on, it makes sense for it to be the main event. But match was good. I mean, I will say, before when Swerve was on the NXT brand, at first, when he was there and then when Hit Row came on, I wasn't the biggest fan of him as far as my work.
Shit Row.
Better to me. But after seeing him in person when Carmelo Hayes cashed in on him for that North American Championship, that's when I became a bigger fan of him. And then after seeing him move on to this program, he is one of the ones that is better utilized and better worked now than in the previous company he was working for. But the match was great. And when you put him with someone like Christian, who has the mic skills to destroy anybody, no matter who he goes up against, because he is just that guy in that sense, and he can still go in the ring, just like when he came back for the Royal Rumble 2021 during the pandemic era. This match was great. It was fantastic. I mean, they did say that this was supposedly going to be like a 3-part main eventer kind of thing, with the last 3 being main events, but I don't buy into all that whenever that happens. I just say semi-main event, semi-main event, and then main event. But match was great. I don't have any problems with it. I feel like the right person won, because if we had Christian Cage being champion yet again, it was just going to be another burying everybody for not having no damn daddies.
Well,
you know, if I was there working somebody, he would have brought up the fact that my daddy and my mama haven't been together for ages.
Well, you fatherless bastards. You know what to do. Vince, take us up out of here, man. Your final thoughts on this match. And I'm not the biggest Mike fan skill of him either, by the way, Swerve Strickland. He doesn't have the greatest Mike skills, but he can wrestle his ass off to me.
I am a Swerve Strickland fan. I think he's doing more here than he is in WWE. I think he's carrying the company a little bit. I think at the end of the day, you know, he worked hard. He worked hard for the big title. And I think I'm going to disagree with you on the Christian. I was not looking forward to this match. I think Christian can go somewhat. I think Edge is a little. I think if you had to put Edge and Christian to compare to both those guys,
I will always take Christian over Edge. I think Edge has nothing better than Christian, in my opinion. Just my opinion. He was pushed further because he was the prettier of the two. And Vince McMahon is a character flaw in him, which if you're prettier, if you're blonder, if you're taller, if you're leaner, that's who I'm going with. Okay, the fact that Mick Foley was champion was merely pop and circumstance. That whole company, up until now, probably, we still don't know, has been run off of looks. Okay, and I think Christian is better on the microphone and better in the ring than Edge. And I know that I'm a minority when I say that, but I swear I stand. Continue your thoughts. Are you there? Okay.
I love Christian on the mic. I'm not going to give him that. I think Christian was gone a little bit longer, and I don't think he has. There are some spots that he can still do, but I still think Edge looks better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what cell service that man has, but it keeps freezing up on him.
He's gone.
Wi-Fi. It's your best friend. You're at home now or somewhere. Connect to the Wi-Fi.
I'm at home. I
connect to the Wi-Fi.
Going to hold the belt for a while.
Okay. I don't know how much a while because he did call out MJF in the post conference. Okay, in the media scrum. I'm sorry, we shouldn't call it a press conference. The media scrum. This past week he did do that. So as my son takes out the trash, I want to say this, guys. Thank you, Cactus Katie, for joining me. Thank you, Vince, Venomous Vince, for joining me. Stella, you wasn't expecting it, but I called you out and you showed up. I appreciate that as always. Z, you got a final thought before we get up out of here? I can't hear you, bro. You're muted.
A part of every show that and I'm on air, I will make sure to do my best to make sure that I personally thank everybody who was in the chats, who has shared, who has liked, who has subscribed, who has made sure that their comment is made. Your voices are heard. This is the way we keep shows going. This was supposed to be an hour show. We are now 36 minutes over. That's because of you guys and a great conversation. And Thursday, you can catch top 5 AEW champions. We don't know who will be the participants, but I will be your host in a brand new format in which we will take the most popular names of AEW champions and make the 2 competitors, draft them, and then put them on social media so you guys can vote who has the better top 5 list. That is this Thursday, I believe 8 p.m. It doesn't matter. I'm hosting it, so you got to check in. SmackDown Penitentiary, of course. Vic will be back with me this Saturday, so the originators of the SmackDown Penitentiary will be there. And then tomorrow you can catch Sabrina Estella NXT review show with her Rolodex of her pimped out co-host, whoever she decides to choose in her little black book. And then we have White Boy Wasted Wednesdays with Vince, Dan, Cactus Katie, Mad Dog Kelly, and then top 5 or a special in which I am hosting. And then you can come back Monday for the Mike Knoxxx show. And right after the Mike Knoxxx show, actually tonight, you can catch the Raw review / watch along with with
Freckles Sensei will start it off, and they just join in
and Evil Dose. So we have a plethora, but anyways, like I said, thank you guys for everything that you guys do. Thank you to the co-host Mike. Thank you for giving me a platform to voice my opinion. Estella, we appreciate you. Vince, we appreciate you. Cactus Katie, we appreciate you. Everybody at UPR, we appreciate you, and everybody who's watching, we appreciate you.
And with
I
that
just wanted
being
to say my book ain't black, but it's pink.
I like it. With that being said, guys, do me a favor. Never forget. And listen, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me and don't love God. That is crazy. And no, here, now, and forever will be that Charlotte
Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Fingers. Get your merch. Link in bio. We out here, y'all. Peace.
Drums, please. Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
Ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on them. Mike Knoxxx.